Oh, we're going all the way. This is the same team I participated in with Squad Wars, so chemistry is definitely there.
Oh, okay. I see how it is. I see how it is. It was supposed to meant to, pair them up randomly, but you guys secretly already have this one little leg over the competition. I see how
Yeah,
that
that
is.
helped us out there. I was like, oh, even better.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode number 10 of the Mercy Lens episodic series. And today I have a very special guest with me that I'm so excited to be able to finally get to record an episode with. I feel like it's been a long time in the making. And we have a pretty cool reason as to why we're doing it this week, which we'll talk about a little bit later in today's episode. But I'm just really, really excited to kick this one off. And I know that everybody at home has been waiting for another Mercy Lens Monday, as it's kind of one of our favorite things at this point. So I made a promise on our last episode that I would start doing this more and stay more, involved and actually following through with the scheduling. I didn't promise weekly episodes, but we're delivering bi-weekly right now. So that's pretty good. Hey, I'll take it. I hope that everybody listening does too. Before we get too started, I do want to give a special shout out. We have a brand new sponsor coming on to today's episode, and that is Glitch Energy. We announced them as an MPN sponsored product there this last Friday on another show that we did, and we're incredibly excited to bring them on board here throughout the 2022 year. So whenever you are shopping for Glitch Energy, be sure to use promo code MPN. We'll tell you a little bit about that here later on in the episode, but I'm just really, really excited to bring them on board. It's something we've been working very hard on, and I can't wait to see what the 2022 year looks like with them. So, with all of that said, today I got a very special friend of mine, somebody that I work closely with daily, I'd say, in one way or another. And he is the leader of all things Call of Duty in MPN, and you've been doing this for a little while now. So that's what I mean. It's your time to come on and talk about everything that you've done for our community, and we're certainly going to create some time to do that today. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I have MPN Itachi with me here today, and he is the general over our FN division and our NL division, which is exclusively, both of those are Call of Duty, one way or another, depending on which game. We cover all things Call of Duty, and Itachi oversees all of that with over 300 plus members right now just for Call of Duty. So you oversee a large group of members over there, and can't wait to hear about your story and kind of how you progress through that here. But let's just start from the beginning, as we always do here on the Mercy Lens. Let's tell us a little bit about yourself, and make sure to hit on how you came up with the gamer tag MPN Itachi too, because I feel like you've told me before, but I don't exactly remember. So let's start from the beginning, man. It's your time. Tell us about yourself, what made you fall in love with gaming, and how you came up with that gamer tag.
Man, thank you. Well, my name is Jay. I'm just like a 25-year-old gamer, like anybody else out there. You know, I do work part-time, but the whole way I came up with the gamer tag was watching the episode of Naruto, of course. And I had to be kind of spontaneous and out the box because I didn't think a lot of people had the name. But come to find out, I find new Tachis every day.
For
But
sure.
from there, once I figured out the name and got the system, it was just finding the right place to kind of start. And first game I ever played was Black Ops 4.
Okay.
And then from there, I kind of felt like I took a little bit of a jump. And then I had to retrack to BO1, then 2. Then I was like, okay, yeah, I'm missing a lot. So I'm like, all right, let me start from the basics. And from there, I end up finding some communities that taught me what I really want out of a community. And sitting on Find a Clan, I came across Merciless Pros. And I was just
Awesome.
like, okay, yeah, let me check this out. And the thing that really took to me was the welcome when I first joined. That sets the tone for my whole future in the community is the initial welcome. And that's what I received. From there, fell in love with my squad, my leadership, my div staff, my board of directors. It was up from there. And over the time here, I've just started learning more about communication and understanding and patience.
Yeah.
So it
Tell
was
us.
just
Yeah, let's start from like day one of MPN then, right? Like you mentioned that the welcoming was, something you had never experienced before. First of all, before I get into that, Find a Clan, the website findaclan.com, that's what you're referencing, right?
most definitely.
Yeah, we're on there. We're actually a featured community on there, and I'm glad because a lot of people come from that website, and to see, I actually didn't know that about you. So to see somebody as successful as you've been in MPN come from that platform is really really cool. It's something that not a lot of people know about when they're out there looking. We get a lot of Facebook groups and Twitter stuff and Instagram even. People find us on Instagram somehow. But to come from Find a Clan like that, where the whole purpose of it is literally for gamers to find a clan, I feel like, is a little bit underappreciated around the actual gaming community in general. So to hear you come from there was really, really cool. But do you remember which squad did you start out in MPN? Let's rewind it a little bit there. Day one, got the welcoming. Which squad were you in?
First squad I started in was Titan.
Titan squad. Okay, so that would have been, I think, our second Call of Duty squad in NL. Don't roast me if I'm wrong on that, people. I'm pretty sure it was the second squad we made in that division. So that's cool. Do you remember major, captain, anybody like that?
Titan, Arctic, and Kaibon, definitely.
Oh, Kaibon. Jeez, now you just got him all excited to hear his name mentioned on here. No, that's really
Yeah.
cool. That's cool. I'm glad that people remember stuff like that because it is something that I ask, and some people do, and others don't. I personally, I mean, of course, don't remember which squad I started in because I kind of made it, but like, there's been so many that come and go, right? You just have to adapt
Right.
over the years, and things change, and games get lose popularity, and now you're moving stuff around. So it's cool that Titan Squad was so welcoming, especially because back then they were probably a fairly new squad. I imagine you've seen that division grow as you've grown as a leader in our community. Tell us a little bit what that was like, right? Like you join up with Titan. Now tell us as far as like becoming an officer and then eventually a squad leader, and even before you become a divisional leader. Tell us what that was like, seeing that growth over time and learning more and more about the community.
Oh, definitely. Starting out as an officer was in Titan, and from there, I just kind of took a closer seat to my leadership and pretty much learned from what they did. And from there, we ended up managing a split, and Spartan was born. From there, it was just head over heels. From there, I went from a lieutenant, grinding my way all the way up to a captain. And from there, that was the start of leadership for me, being that now I really have people that look up closer to me and I have to lead by example.
Yeah.
Working closely with my major, we managed to fill up our staff and make the squad active.
Awesome. Who was the major of Spartan Squad? You said you were the captain, right? Who would have been the major when that squad started?
Arctic, MPN
Arctic was.
Arctic.
Okay. You guys were working together and you built that squad from the ground up, huh?
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. Now that would have been our third squad in NL then. And they've grown to 5 and then also created the FN division later on where Renegade is. So really, I mean, you played a big part in making all of that happen. They've grown, 4 squads, been a part of it essentially. So that's really cool to hear, man. Let's let's move forward then. Was Spartan the first squad that you would have been a major for then?
Uh, no. The first squad I was major for was Valkyrie.
Oh, okay. So yeah, okay. So you've played a role in making several squads at this point, right? Like you went from Titan, which was probably fairly new when you joined, to creating Spartan, and now creating Valkyrie, and you led that. How long were you in Valkyrie squad then?
Um, I'd say probably a little over 4 or 5 months,
Yeah, that's awesome.
and that was just that was a very that's where you kind of really grown to learn yourself and how long, like how deep you are willing to go to accomplish your goals with running a squad.
You're saying as a major and starting out on a new squad, and you kind of pressed on people looking up to you, right? And
Yes, sir.
what that means, knowing that your actions not only are a reflection of you, but also like it plays a role in how others perceive you too. And leadership is really defined by that, honestly. And so starting out on a new squad where everybody's looking at you, right? Like you either sink or swim because of your squad leader, and that fell on your shoulders. Not just with Valkyrie squad, but even with starting out in Spartan squad as a captain. I mean, you guys played big roles into making that happen, and knowing that you filled up that squad and got it going and running, and were able to start another one. That's really cool. Not a lot of people get to do that, honestly. And knowing that you did it a couple of times, essentially, it must have been pretty busy, probably for you.
A lot of meetings. A
Lot
lot
of
of
meeting.
meetings.
Yeah, that's about right. Well, let's move forward then. So you run Valkyrie 5 6 months. When does the topic of becoming a division leader kind of play in? Tell us what that was like. Thinking back to that time, just kind of where those conversations started at. What got you interested in it, but then how did you eventually make that decision to take a step further and now pursue a divisional leadership role within our community?
From about time Valkyrie became, stable enough to, run more and more without me, I've kind of paid attention to the role above me, which would be, Lieutenant Cole. And being able to work with other squads and pass on what I've learned in my trip from, private all the way up to a major could probably be beneficial to others and to better further others' communication skills and to better further their communication with their officers and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
And I knew the higher I went, the more people I can, help.
Yeah. Um, so who you kind of let me see. I'm trying to think back on my own memory too, and it's hard because we do this so often, right? And so at that point, you were approached. There was a divisional leader spot open. You were approached by the general at the time. I'm assuming came to you and
Yeah.
just what was that conversation like, knowing that you started out as a private in the community, you worked your way up to a squad leader, and now a general is approaching you at just kind of feeling you out if you're interested in a position like that. What was all that conversation like leading up to that?
Conversation basically went off as, the squad was doing great. And did I ever feel like I wanted to further my leadership? And I pretty much thought about it, and I was like, definitely, like any opportunity I can to, go any further than what I am now, I'm gonna take it.
Yeah.
And he helped me figure out where I needed to work harder at, where I'm lacking, my strengths, weaknesses, and help me get everything on one level.
I'm sure too, it probably, from again, I'm just kind of going off my own memory. here, but I'm sure it taught you a lot of patience too, right? Like knowing a division, we kind of talked about it earlier in a different meeting we were in, um, where when you have a division that size, at this point, it's probably what, 4 or 5 squads. I can't remember if Valkyrie was 4 or 5 in NL. Assuming it was 4.
4.
Um, where you have a division that size and trying to do a squad split on top of trying to promote, divisional leaders. What a lot of people don't realize, the amount of work that goes into it is just because one squad is doing great, it doesn't mean that you're there and ready for it, for a squad split or, moving leadership roles around, because you have other squads that also need help all at the same time. So like as a major, and if you're watching this or listening, and you're struggling with that in your squads, right? Like you have a squad that is top tier, it's super active, there's a lot of members engaged, and you can't quite get that squad split that you're wanting. It's because your peers need assistance as well. So I know for a while Valkyrie was stacked with a lot of people, and that's how I remember you being the major of it and stuff like that. And it just takes a little bit of time. It takes patience because you got to build up the rest of those squads to be at that same level with you. Did you have frustrations like that at all, being a major, 4 to 5 months and kind of getting prepped to become a divisional leader, but we're just not quite there yet? I think that it's a normal for people to feel that way sometimes. So was there any frustration with you, or you just kind of kicked back and just accepted it? What did you have to do to prepare for that position once you knew it was something you wanted?
It was quite a few frustrations actually. I faced finding the right staff to properly run the squad if I wasn't there, and not only then, but I also had to you know align my availability with what was needed to go further. And once I did some intense training and real digging around, moving pieces around, I got the right staff and my availability did get better. So the only thing that was stopping me was time. And from there, I just used that time to make sure Valkyrie would stand on 10 toes with me as far away as possible.
Yeah, and that's how successful leadership has been proven to run. It's literally leaving a legacy for yourself. It's a reflection of your leadership style, is the way that the squad operates when you're not there. And obviously it's still doing very well. And it's been some time, and you've progressed even further than that point in time. So it means it says a lot about you. It says a lot about your leadership and everything. The people that came up after you too, right? Like they've been able to keep it afloat and doing cool things and allowing us to create not just a 5th squad after Valkyrie, but a 6th one later on down the road with Renegade. So that's some pretty cool stuff. Tell us, what's it like now? Let's give the listeners, this is something, because I'm trying to think back again. Nobody roast me in the comments. I'm trying to think back. I don't think we've had a current major or a current general on this Edgy Berry wasn't a general at the time. I just thought maybe she was, but no, I don't think she was. So tell us, what's it like day-to-day operations of a general in MPN? You guys are like the head honchos of the divisions and what you oversee. You oversee 2 of them, again, with Call of Duty. So what's that like as a general, day-to-day stuff throughout the server, throughout the community? What do you enjoy most about it, and kind of what are some things that you really have to prepare for when that time comes, where you got certain deadlines to meet and stuff like that?
Day-to-day operations is basically, once I wake up, I'm checking officers' chats because I look for straight up communication. And from there, once I see it, I'm happy automatically because everybody's understanding the assignment. And from there, what I do to prepare for anything major coming is get my div staff on the same page. Make sure everybody has their P's and Q's together and prepare to attack whichever challenge we face together and accurately.
We're going to take a quick break because there's one thing that I've been wanting to talk to you about, and you know what it is. The audience doesn't. It's one of the biggest, literally the biggest accomplishment that we celebrate this time of the month. And it's something that, it's a big deal to me, and I'll explain why just after our commercial break here. But I want to give a shout out to today's sponsor, again, Glitch Energy. So we'll go ahead and roll that, and we'll be back in just a couple minutes. All right, we just want to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, and we are so happy to finally be sponsored and be able to work with Glitch Energy coming on board for today's episode. Glitch is here to dominate and revolutionize the landscape of esports by prioritizing gamer health and well-being first. Gamer wellness aside, Glitch's creations are used to increase your work energy through the day or night. Glitch Energy creates top-of-the-line supplements that amplify energy, focus, recovery, and promote restful sleep. At Glitch, they value leadership, they value integrity, performance, as well as creativities, the core values that make up their culture and MPN's culture as well. Glitch Energy is family-owned and operated. They do everything in-house, from sourcing, formulating, manufacturing, all the way to the distribution line. Glitch handles it all. From the time that they receive the raw materials until it ships to your door, they're involved in every process along the way. All of Glitch's formulas are unique and developed by the team there with their researchers and developers. You play hard, and they work hard to bring you the best supplements on the market. They are not just another energy drink company, folks. They have a full line of products and supplements to not only keep you playing hard, but to keep you healthy as well. Glitch will continue to innovate and develop new and exciting products throughout the 2022 year. And we are so excited to be sponsored by Glitch Energy. But don't just take my word for it. Let me read some of the reviews that I've seen throughout Glitch's time here with us. First review I wanted to read was one from Christian, who says it's a very good product with no chalk taste to it. Okay, so you guys have probably tried energy supplements like this, and they kind of have that chalkiness taste to it. Glitch does not. I've had it. I drink it regularly. It doesn't. It's perfect. I love it. It's my favorite one by far, obviously, and that's why I'm so excited to be able to work with them. But to continue with Christian's quote, product dissolves into water and gives boost when gaming. I've been drinking it for over 2 months now and really enjoy it. The other one that I wanted to read was Lillian's quote, and this one goes more towards the supplemental side of Glitch. She says, I found the brand through a convention over a year ago and was instantly convinced with the free samples that they offered. Great painkiller if you're keeping on your feet for hours and you need to keep going. I love using them while I'm at an anime convention and cosplay, running around in heels and cumbersome clothes. I also found them useful when I was in the airport to help dull pain and feel less anxious in crowds. Lillian says, I get travel anxiety worrying about missing a bus or a flight, especially when I'm the travel coordinator everyone is looking to in a group, and this has helped me immensely. Thank you, Lillian. That is awesome. An awesome review there on Glitch. And I wanted to read those because, again, they're not just energy drinks. They provide supplements that promote healthy lifestyles. So whether it's you want some focus on gaming or you want to be able to relax and wind down, if you're like me, I play video games from the time I get home and some nights until the time I go to bed. And it's just really, really hard to unwind and kind of shut my brain off, if you will, to relax. And Glitch Energy provides supplements that will help you do just that. It helps me, and I wouldn't recommend it if it didn't help you. So go check them out. You can shop for their energy and other supplements on their website, glitchenergy.com. That is GLYTCH energy.com. And be sure to use promo code MPN to save 20% on any purchase around their store. Again, that is GLYTCH energy.com. Use promo code MPN to save some money today. With that said, let's get back to today's episode of the Mercy Lens. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are again episode 10 of the Mercy Lens. I have mpnlivenet here with me, the general of the NL and FN divisions. And we've talked a lot about how he's gotten to his position now that he's in our community. We're going to kind of switch things up to some different types of topics. And I wanted to start off with talking something other than the gaming aspect of MPN that we provide for our squads and our divisions and stuff like that. What else do you enjoy about our community? And this is stuff like I normally say, like, is it our social server, our graphics, video department? We have MPN University, our content, esports. This is stuff that you don't have to, I guess, participate in directly, but like just something you enjoy that we do with our community. So is there anything that you can think of offhand that you enjoy most about MPN other than, squad activity and stuff like that?
I think I like the graphics the most. Like the graphics, I like productions.
Yeah.
Being that I've seen some of the craziest montage videos.
Okay. Big montage guy. You like the videos we're putting out?
I love them.
That's awesome. Yeah, the graphics and art channel is one of my favorite channels as well, right? Because what makes the community so unique is that we have people that come all around the world. They come together and live very different lifestyles, and we get to celebrate that. And art is a big way to do just that, right? Like I'm not very talented when it comes to drawing. When it comes to putting ideas on a computer, I can do that pretty well. But when it comes to like the different drawings or even different designs that we see, it all kind of has a touch in that artist's lifestyle or personality that they get to put out there and express to everybody. So that's probably one of my favorite things about it, as well as the graphics. Just kind of people getting to show their true abilities, their true talents, if you will, on the graphics side of things rather than just gaming. So I don't know, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, man. The content too, like we're always trying to do more, right? That's why I got to keep doing this series, is because we want to put out as much quality content as we possibly can with everybody that we have involved. And that's why, again, it's such a huge honor to bring you on with such a short notice that I asked you to be here, is because we're always trying to add more, we're always trying to do better, and want to involve as many people that we can from our community. So that's pretty cool to hear about. Now, there is one topic that we were talking about off air here that I really wanted to touch on. I feel like it's just too good of an opportunity to let it go to waste, and that is because we have our All-Star Warzone event coming up March 18th through the 20th, this Friday through the weekend into Sunday night. It's our biggest event that we throw of the year, and I have some things that I want to ask you about it. But before I do, I want to explain why it's such an important deal to me. Is last year was the first time we ever did it. It was hosted on Apex Legends in 2021. This year in 2022, we're doing it on Warzone. But it's not because one game is better than the other necessarily. It's because our player base and how many people are in our community at the time when we make the decision back in February as to which game we're going to host it on. We host it for the largest player base in MPN. And why I think this year is so cool, not to discredit last year at all, because I've said it on several different things that we do, videos and other things, and even during my streams on Twitch, is I had a lot of fun with Apex Legends. I love it. The members that play Apex are insanely good and represent our community very well. So again, not to discredit them, but Call of Duty was like, that's where I started out at as well. So it means a lot to me knowing that our player base has now, again, Call of Duty has reigned supreme as the most members in our community in 2022 as of right now. And it's very close still between Apex and Call of Duty, and Rocket League is growing up right there with it, and now Overwatch and Battlefield and stuff like that. But Call of Duty's on top. and you guys get to enjoy the fruits of your labor. You guys put in a hard 2021. You yourself was a big part of that, and you get to enjoy that this month as we head into All-Star Weekend, is what we call it, March 18th through the 20th, and you're participating in it. Which team? Which team did you get drafted in? I don't have my notes next to me. Which one did you end
Uh,
up on?
Renegade. We finna take it all the
Oh
way.
yeah, Renegade. I do remember saying that in the draft lottery is because you're the only divisional leader over there in FN, and you got drafted to it. So they all know who you are. Have you seen any excitement out of them yet after the announcement? What do you think? You guys gonna win it or what?
Oh, we're going all the way. This is the same team I participated in with Squad Wars, so chemistry is definitely there.
Oh, okay. I see how it is. I see how it is. It was supposed to meant to pair them up randomly, but you guys secretly already have this one little leg over the competition. I see how
Yeah,
that
that
is.
helped us out there. I was like, oh, even better.
That's awesome, man. Well, like I said, it is such a big deal to me personally as a Call of Duty player, and really MPN was built off the backbone of what Call of Duty provides for gaming clans and communities and stuff like that. And it's been something that we've been passionate about since day one, literally March 1st, 2010. We played Call of Duty, and still fast forward March 2022, we're still on Call of Duty. So to see our biggest event that we throw as a gaming community throughout the whole year, it's coming back to Call of Duty. We showcased the trophies and everything on Friday. You were there for the draft lottery?
Yeah, I seen that whole trophy presentation. That
Awesome.
I can't wait. Oh man, I hope I get one.
Yeah,
'Cause
they're
I use
awesome.
it out.
They're awesome. Last year we gave out some pretty cool customized plaques. I actually had a local vendor. Uh, I designed them, but they made them come to life, essentially, if you will. And this time we did it all online through a company. They're glass like plaques. I think they're like 8.5 inches long. Something that'll just sit on a desk, sit on a gaming setup perfectly, and it's all engraved with the All Star Event logo. And you turn it on, it changes colors. It'll look good if you're a streamer and you got that thing on in the background. It's gonna
Uh,
gather so much attention. People are gonna be like, "Yo, what is that? Like, how'd you win that?" And you're gonna
I'm gonna
say,
put it on my mantle right in the living room.
yeah, there you go. And you're gonna say, hey, I won the 2022 All Star event hosted by MP, baby. That's what it's all
Yes,
about.
sir.
I'm just
Yes.
so excited. We have so many great participants representing the squads. You yourself representing Renegade this coming weekend. Me, I am representing Unity Squad. I didn't think about that for a minute because I've been messaging people from all over. But Unity Squad's where I'm at. So shout out to them and the people on my team. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be awesome. I've heard a lot of good things about my teammates. Haven't gotten any matches in with them. Hoping to this week. But I've heard a lot of great things about them. So I'm looking forward to teaming with them. And hey, even if we're going to win, but even if we don't, it's always good to connect with new people. And it's a memory that I'll never forget. I've been doing this thing for 12 years. So I'm looking forward to it a lot, and it's gonna be a lot of fun regardless. I just had to kind of throw that one in there because All Star Week, All Star Week starts today, Monday, and I can't wait. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I should also mention that we are throwing up all of the participants that stream will be on our website as well. So you'll be able to watch them live. You just go to our website and you'll be able to watch them right there, all on one web page, just by going to mpnlivenet, clicking on content, and you'll see all of our streamers right there that are playing in the All-Star event. So another cool thing with all of that, make sure to go and check that out. Show some support to all the MPN streamers playing All-Star event. So nice little plug there. I'll throw in additionally here on the Mercy Lens. Let's get back on track because I could talk about that event all night long. I'm looking forward to it, and I know that so many board members. We were in the board meeting tonight, right? That's what a
Yeah.
big part of that meeting was talking about, just how excited we are for that. And it's such a huge milestone for our community to get to do it this year, do it on Call of Duty, and what that means. It's the work you guys are putting in over there. It's a small way to show some appreciation for all of that. And I'm really, 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 really looking forward to it, man. So let's get back. We got a couple more topics here for today's episode. Before we let you go, I told you I wouldn't keep you too long. Can you think of any skills or traits maybe that you've learned while you've been in MPN that you use outside of our gaming community? Is there anything, you talked a little bit about leadership already, but is there anything in particular that you've been able to utilize in your professional or personal life to help you with something? It doesn't even have to be to help you succeed, but to just something you've learned here that you kind of take outside of MPN and
Being being here at NPN has actually taught me, better communication, as I said it before, but it's helped me better communicate with those of disability.
yeah.
And it's given me the ability to actually sit back and understand them, even when they're really struggling to get their point across or their words out. I can sit there and I can understand that, and it makes me happy that I can understand that, because now I can do what I can to try to provide the help or assist them wherever they need it, and that's something I carry in real life.
Absolutely. Just like, that meme of like the brain exploding and like
Yeah,
just did that to me. I've never heard anybody say that. That is so cool. And it's so right. We take a huge pride in anybody here can be successful in our community. It doesn't matter which path of life you took or any disability that you might have. We welcome you with open arms. And to hear you say that, man, like I said, I don't know as if I've ever heard that. One of those examples. And I don't just ask that question on this podcast. Like I ask that question, and there I always get great answers, but to hear something like that really strikes home, man. I appreciate that, to hear you say it. That's cool. It's something that maybe it isn't brought up because people just it's something that I've learned and don't think much about, but it is a big deal, and I'm sure people that you've helped along that and been able to empathize with, and understand where they're coming from has definitely made them appreciate you too, right? Like
definitely.
that's really cool. I don't even know what else to say about that, honestly. It just kind of hit me out of nowhere with the answer to that question, man. That is that makes me feel good to hear you. I appreciate that.
I appreciate it.
Like I said, it's something that we promote in our community, that we welcome anybody. And some people don't understand what that is until they hear something like that, and so I can tell too, like just from different examples that have happened around your division and stuff like that over the course of time, and to know how much you play a role into figuring stuff out and being a role model to help get things, to where everybody can understand what's going on. I better understand now why you would say something like that as to what something you use outside of MPN, because you do put such a big emphasis on our community. Like I said, means a lot. Means a lot to hear you say that. That's very, very humbling.
I appreciate it.
Cool, man. Well, let me just wipe the eyes here. I'm not crying, you're crying, kind of thing. That's what makes this series so cool, man. We just literally just fly as this episode goes, and it doesn't matter. It just changes complete speed, just like that. I love it.
Yeah.
That's what makes this so unique. I hope that the people watching and listening to this understand exactly what that means. So I just got a couple more tidbits for you before we let you go. We're over 40 minutes at this point, so we'll wrap it up here for everybody on this episode. But before we do, I always like to end it with What are some future goals for MPN Itachi? You've achieved so much. Like I said, one of the most decorated members that we've put on this show so far. What could possibly be next? What are some things you're aiming for? What are some things that you do day to day that help you aim? What are you looking towards when you make decisions like that, or when you wake up and you check your officer chats every day? What is that? What's the end goal for MPN Itachi here in MP?
My end goal is MPN Hall of Fame.
Okay.
That's where I feel like I'll wrap up my whole story.
Yeah.
Is once I achieve that level of achievement, I'm pretty satisfied with everything. And just thinking about wanting to be there, you kind of think about what it will take to get there. And then how many other people are trying to do the exact same thing you're doing. So, out of that group of people, what do you do that stands out? And from there, that's where my whole creativity thing kind of starts spiraling, because I just think of so many different ways that I could just be different and do something different. I could just go on and on about it.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. The Hall of Fame is reserved for members that change the landscape of MPN and what it means, right? These are people that have played significant roles in shaping what MPN looks like, not just this year, but next year, the years to come. And we just had that big Hall of Fame announcement here to kick off the month of March. March 1st is when we brought some new people onto our Hall of Fame. And those are people that have been here for years looking to, still be in active roles in our community to help do just that, because it's a big task. And that's why not everybody gets in there. But you've definitely, you're on the right track, man. We talked about it a lot so far, being a part of basically 3 squads forming in Call of Duty, and now seeing where you're at today, I'd say you're on a good track. And it doesn't surprise me that that's one of your goals, because like I said, I work with you enough now. I understand what we're trying to accomplish here. And, I take it as my responsibility to help you get there too. Um, Hearing you say that just kind of confirms that at least we're on the same page. uh,
Most definitely.
so one last question. It's one I do on every episode to date. Go back and watch and listen to all the other 9. But it's one of my favorite ones. I like putting everyone on the spot, and I don't even think that I mentioned this to you pre-show on trying to, prepare you for what we're going to talk about. But I like to just throw this on everyone. If you could change one thing in MPN today, it could be anything. You could add something, take something away, change it. One thing. You got me right here on a Discord video call with you for the last hour. Tell me what that would be, what you would change if you could with the snap of a finger to add or change in MPN in general.
Community movie night.
Okay. Movie night.
I would definitely go. Most definitely.
What's the first movie you're choosing?
I guess the newest movie out with the new Will Smith movie. I'd say. I think that's the newest one.
Oh yeah, I saw something about that online the other day. He also made he's like the producer of the new Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Is that a thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I love Will Smith. That guy makes magic. I mean, not just TV shows, movies,
Movies.
his music.
Crazy.
I mean,
Okay, that was good. Yeah.
I loved his music. That dude is just talented all around. And a businessman too. Like, that dude, he knows how to run things and is very successful in many different aspects of what it takes, in Hollywood. So, okay, new Will Smith movie. I can get down with
Mm-hmm.
that. I like Will Smith a lot. So, um, yeah, I think that's going to conclude today's episode, man. Before I let you go, shout outs. Anybody you want to shout out in the community that might be watching or listening?
Hey, shout out to my div staff, definitely. All NLFN, shout out, guys. Let's keep up going forward and keep up the hard work, man. Love y'all.
Hey, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Episode 10 on the Mercy Lens series here. And we just wrapped up with MPN Itachi, man. Thank you again so much for coming on today's show. I literally messaged you and within 10 minutes had a response, and you're like, absolutely, let's do it. Scheduled the time, sat down and did it. And I couldn't be happier with everything that we got to talk about today. And looking forward to competing against you this coming weekend on the All-Star Warzone event. We've been doing a little bit of smack talking around the chats, and I'm just really looking forward to seeing what that brings, and very happy to have you be a part of all of this, man. So you've definitely kind of been that face that has helped revitalize Call of Duty and MPN, and the hard work is paying off. We're doing some cool stuff with Call of Duty right now, and I'm very, very happy to have you be a part of that. So again, thank you, MPN Itachi. Let's show some love and appreciation to him, as he's been putting in a lot of work to get us to this point. And, hey, you're on the Mercy Lens, man, and we've made it.
I appreciate you guys. Honestly, I really do.
Absolutely. Hey, thank you guys again for watching. You can find us on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts as well now. So make sure to check us out. As I'm not going to make any promises on weeklies yet, but I did follow through with the bi-weekly episodes. So hey, we're doing pretty good, and I can't wait to see what you guys thought of this episode as well. So make sure to leave a comment down below if you liked today's episode, and we'll see you all someday for episode 11, hopefully sooner than later. Thank you, everybody.